My next guest spent several years working with underprivileged youth in third world countries. Well, he quickly realized that there are thousands of kids right here in San Diego who need some help and some inspiration. Many of them are orphans and or in our foster system. So that's when Wesley Stewart, along with volunteer Charles Webb, Wesley Stewart started Urban Surf for Kids, and Charles Webb is one of the volunteers, and both of these gentlemen are with me this morning. Thank you so much for coming in. We certainly do appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I'm going to start with you, Wesley. Tell me about Urban Surf for Kids and how this all came about.
Sure. We have been going down to Mexico and, seeing the orphans down there and starting to realize, okay, what are these kids in San Diego? Who are the orphans in San Diego? And then just integrating what I love to do, be in the water, surfing, paddleboarding. And so we started the program of teaching these kids how to surf.
And basically, the program's kind of two-pronged, right? First of all, you teach kids how to surf, but you expect something from these kids in return, right?
Right. Just the lesson of it's better to give than it is to receive. And, the service part of it, believe it or not, is more important to us than the surfing. And, what we want to do is give these kids an opportunity to be in the water while they agree to give back to the community.
Would that be community cleanup projects, helping those in need?
Yeah, some of the best ones have been feeding the homeless, Ronald McDonald House, going to a senior home. Those have been really, really popular because the kids have an opportunity to give back and be empowered at that moment.
Speaking of empowering, that's sort of where Charles Webb, you step in here. You are a volunteer with Urban Surf for Kids, and you just have an incredible story that you share with these kids, and your story is literally changing their lives. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the first paraplegic athlete to do open water paddleboard race, and I did Battle of the Paddle, which is the world's biggest paddleboard race. I also did the Urban Surf for Kids Paddle Fest, and that's where I got introduced to what they do and how they kind of touched me on how they're helping kids.
Now, that is incredible that you were able to not only take part in it, but complete it. How are the kids receiving your story when you tell them? Because you at first thought, I do have the story, but I'm not sure this is something that will inspire kids. But, you really are inspiring them.
When I saw what they were doing, I did feel like, how am I going to tell these kids, like, how's it going to touch them? But the first time that I spoke to about 25 kids, and it had an impact on one person, and it had a giant impact on one person. And that one person had a huge impact on me. And for me to be able to draw inspiration from her story on a daily basis, which now I draw inspiration from her, and I will every day of my life.
This was a 13-year-old girl who heard you speak, and it changed her life, essentially.
That's what her foster mother let me know the first time I spoke, and we reunited today, Saturday at the surf camp, and the story continues to be inspirational on both sides. She continues to inspire me to speak and to go touch more people, as many as I can. If I can do that again, it's like a great feat that you want to complete again. You feel like it's super accomplished, and I've never felt so much gratitude, in my life.
Absolutely. So, Wesley, let me just get back to you for a minute. Tell me about how these kids' lives are being changed with what you're doing.
We didn't know this at the beginning, but just the power of the water, and what the water can do, having a healthy outlet, being able to do something positive. And then you combine that with, organizing these community service events for the kids to be involved. We never realized how much it was going to do, but it literally is changing lives. And the kids are having a healthy outlet, and now they're learning that they have value in being able to give back to the community. That's
such an important message at such a young age. You guys can't do this on your own, and the community steps up time after time to help. If people wanted to get involved, whether they donate money or supplies or even more volunteers to step forward, how can folks get involved?
Well, you know what? They go to the website and
urbansurfforkids.org. It's right there on the bottom of the screen.
That's right. We just had a surf camp on Saturday. Had over 50 volunteers. So being involved in the surf camp community service events is a great way to be involved. We're also looking for interns to be able to help out and move and contact businesses to let them know what we're doing.
Absolutely. So again, the website, urbansurfforkids.org. If you out there would like to get involved, they're doing great things here in San Diego County. You're also continuing to do great things south of the border. Coming up in May, you have another surf camp for kids in Tijuana.
Yeah, so last year we did this program, Dreaming of Aloha. We took 11 foster kids. I don't know how we did this, but we took 11 foster kids to Hawaii for a week. And they spent the entire year earning this trip to be able to go. So when we got back, we said, okay, what about these kids in Tijuana? You know, what about these orphans? And we created another program for them to earn a trip to go to Cabo.
It's fantastic. You two are unstoppable. Thank you so much for your work in our community, Wesley and Charles. Thank you for sharing your story.
Absolutely.
And for not stopping to do that, because I think that you're so inspirational, and a lot of kids' lives are being changed just from hearing what you have to say and from what you're doing in our community. So thank you to both of you.
Appreciate the support. Thank you.